Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back here to TLK Outdoors for another awesome fishing adventure. We're down here today on the creek a day after stocking. We're going to go over today, guys, how to use one of my favorite baits, and that's the Berkeley Pinched Crawlers, guys. This is actually in response to a recent video I saw out there on YouTube. A gentleman was using some pinch crawlers and was kind of struggling a little bit on getting some fish on him. He got a few fish, but wasn't really as effective as they are on the rig I'm about to show you guys today. But before we dive in here, guys, if you do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down there below and make sure to hit that bell icon. It'll keep you guys informed of any future videos that drop, like the one you're about to see right now. All right, y'all. So we're walking up here to the creek bank and we're fixing to dive in here. I'm going to show you guys how to run these Berkeley Pinched Crawlers, guys. They are deadly effective running them this way. And all I do is I will run a 1/64 ounce Trout Magnet Jig head. And then, you know, depending on water depth, I'm going to actually shallow the depth up on this hole here. But I'll run a Trout Magnet bobber just up above it. And I'm going to run this probably about a foot, foot and a half, because this is a pretty shallow run right here. I'm going to take this down a few inches just to hit that sweet spot. And what we'll do here, and my favorite color is the yellow. Pink is sometimes effective, especially in early morning hours or late evening hours. Natural brown's effective, deadly effective actually, in stained and murky water. But for overall performance and just sheer quality of the action that you get for the fish you get on these guys, I guess is the best way I can put it. Just numbers, just in sheer numbers, yellow is the way to go. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take this. You got a head and a tail end. You're gonna start with the head end. You're gonna thread it up the hook there. You're gonna let it pop out the end. It's just gonna look like that. And then what that'll do, that'll bounce around the water column like that. And those fish cannot resist that presentation, guys. So we did stock a few fish in this hole yesterday. I'm going to see if any held in here. Just see if we can get something. What I tell you, guys? What I tell you? Was I lying? Or was I lying? That was in there seconds. I mean seconds. I have a fish counter with me. We're going to see how many fish we can actually get on these Berkeley Pinched Crawlers today, folks. We're going to keep this going in real time here. My bobber slipped off there. Not quite sure how that happened. Operator error maybe, not sure. Pinch crawlers no worse for wear. Now the only downside about these pinch crawlers is they are not real durable. That is the only downside about them. You can get a few fish off of them before you'd have to rig up to another one. May have set my depth a little bit too shallow. I don't know, we'll see. Nope, it just had to get up further in the hole. Guys, these pinchies, they are probably top 5, maybe top 3 favorite baits that I like to throw around, just because of how effective they are. He kicked that for us, so I didn't even have to get in there. Put him right back in the hole there. I see we got 2 fish on that pinch. Get my net resituated here. I'm going to show you guys. what I mean by how they're not real durable, with that being the only downside of these baits. So as you can see, you know, we've only got 2 fish on that, and that pinch is ripped on that one side already. So what I will do is I will just turn that around and I will go opposite of where that rip is. That way I can get as much use out of that pinch as I can. And we're just going to keep this rolling here, folks. Let me go ahead and click my counter here. Oh, I've already clicked it. Throw up the top end of this run here again. And I'm already thinking the results are speaking for themselves, and we've only been in here less than 5 minutes. These fish are absolutely just destroying these pinch crawlers. Come on, bud. There you go. We're going to see if we can get 1 or 2 more out of this run. We're going to go upstream to where some more fish got spread out. We did have a volunteer fish stocking yesterday. We have been having some mass poaching going on the creek, so I went ahead and I organized a volunteer stocking effort, which actually went really well. So I want to go upstream and see how well some of these fish actually held since they were stocked. In the meantime, we'll see if we can get 1 or 2 more out of this run here before we head upstream. Oh, I watched him take that. I'm shallow my bobber up here a little bit. I was dragging on the bottom. And that fish number 4 just threw that pinch crawler. So that's 4 fish on 1 pinch crawler. And I think that'll be the last fish we target out of this hole. We'll let the rest of these fish that are in here just kind of chill out. We're going to move upstream, see what we can find upstream. We'll give this guy a look here real quick. See, you got that fresh beat up fin from coming out of the hatchery. I'll give him the toss back in here. And we're going to go upstream and see what we can find, guys. All right, so we're at the next hole up. I wanted to start further upstream, but I couldn't pass this hole up, guys. I don't know how many buckets they threw into this hole while we were waiting upstream with some more fish in the 55-gallon float stocker that we had concocted. But we're about to find out if they threw any buckets in this hole or not. I'll rig up another crawler here. I've already reset my bobber depth. I'm going to start on the back side of this tree. Let that sit there. See what happens. This is a much longer, much wider, and much deeper stretch. So this is going to be one of those we're going to have to find where these fish are sitting if there was any stocked in here. There's a bite. There's a trout. We found one. This guy's a holdover. He's got full fins on him. Holdover or wild. Look at that, guys. You can see them nice full fins on that fish. So this guy's been in here quite some time. And that there just shows that these pinch crawlers also work on wilds and holdovers. And he spit that for us, which is what we wanted. Give him the release. He did rip up our pinch crawler a little bit. It's alright, we'll reset and relaunch. We've been down here less than 10 minutes and we already have 5 fish. While we're sitting here waiting on the next bite, I am running a 7-foot Lews Poly Marshall Classic. And I broke my Pfleuger President back out. Did some maintenance work on it 2 years ago. I was fishing in really cold weather conditions, and oh, we had a bite right there while I was explaining this. I was fishing in really cold weather conditions, and the anti-reverse, I think, freezed up on it, and we were having malfunctions with it where it wouldn't lock into place. So it seems to be working fine for the time being. So I spooled it up with some 4-pound test Seaguar fluorocarbon. And so far, we've got 5 fish, 1 mishook set, no malfunctions on the reel. There's a trout. There's a trout. That's all it took. We just had to find where some of these fish were holing up after they were stocked. Oh, don't get around that now. There we go. There's number 6 on the day. Give him the toss back. There he goes. Get on the front side of this overhang here. I just saw 2 shadows swimming across. Yep, that's what I thought. But it's a creek chub. As you can see, they like the pinch crawlers also. And I'm pretty sure that was another creek chub. Give it back to him just in case it might have been a small trout. Just in case. It was a trout, guys. It was a trout. And that is why it is important to do those follow-up casts. Because what you think could be a small fish or a creek chub ends up being something like this, guys. Let's see if there's another 1 or 2 hiding out up underneath this tree. There's another one. We kicked our pinchy, so we're going to try and get it back. He touched the net. He spit it as he touched the net. So we are going to count that as a landed fish. I was more worried about getting the pinch crawler than I was about properly landing the fish, but that's 8 fish, 10 hookups using these pinch crawlers before we ever hit the main stocking area, folks. So that should show you how effective running these baits on this technique really is. Now, yesterday, there was a school sitting down here below me. I'm going to see if they're still there by chance. They are.
They're still there, ain't
They are. Just had 2 quick hits. That is not a bad brown trout either. That is not a bad brown trout. That is one of the best browns I have caught out of the state of Kentucky. Guys, that is a very respectful brown trout for what Kentucky puts in. That is awesome. Very respectful fish. Unfortunately, we lost our pinch crawler. It's going downstream. They do have to be 16 inches in the state of Kentucky to keep, and you're only allowed 1. Right, we'll get one more look at this guy here. There he is. Heck yeah, guys.
Oh yeah, shit.
Let him go. There he goes.
So after catching that gorgeous specimen of a brown trout, I decided to fish around this hole until I used up the whole pack of pinch crawlers. As you can see, it was fish after fish using this setup. The sheer amount of fish I caught using just one $6 pack of pinch crawlers was nothing less than incredible.
Alright guys, that's going to do it for us here today on TLK Outdoors. We had a blast. I mean a blast throwing around this empty pack of Berkeley pinch crawlers. We used the whole pack, guys. Got 31 fish off that. Couldn't ask for more. But I hope this video helped you guys learn something new. I hope you guys learned how to properly rig up these pinch crawlers to get the most production out of them you can. If you guys like this video, go ahead, do me a favor, drop me a like down there below, hit that comment button, leave me a comment. And if you haven't done so already, guys, hit that subscribe button. That's going to do it for us here today on the creek bank. So without further ado, we're going to get out of here. But I just want to remind you guys to always stay safe, keep them lines tight, and always enjoy those great outdoors.